Hi, I'm Cosmo Easterly and welcome to Planet Cosmo Salon. We're here today with Christie, our model. We're going to do some razor work for you. We're going to, first of all, talk to you about hot spots and how to determine them, because that's the most important. When you look at her eyes, they're very soft, nose is very soft, lips are very soft. 0 is where the ear connects to the head. So her increments are in 2. 0, 2, 4, and 6. If we put her at 1, you can see the difference that she looks very cheeky, and it makes her cheeks pop out. At 0, she has a very nice balance that looks really clean and good. So you can see where we're headed in this, and you'll be able to see how that works when we start cutting. So 0, 2, 4, and 6. Very fine hair. She's had her hair cut is pretty much even, like a basketball type cut, 90 degree all over. And that's one of the reasons that it has the hump in it here, goes flat, and then has these pieces that come out. And you see that in a lot of haircuts all over the world and from a lot of different designers. And we're going to keep you away from the no-cut zone. Don't be lifting it up top like this and cutting it up here, because that's not where it lays. Cut it where it lays. Be a sculptor, not a chopper. We're going to prepare her for this. Shampoo, condition, leave-in condition, dry oil treatment. Because we're going to do razor work, I really want to make sure the cuticle's closed. I want to make sure I prepared the material to get it ready to cut. So we'll be back. Okay, we've sectioned the hair off into 3 nice little sections just by kind of using our fingers, not really being precise and you know, sectioning them off real clean. I want the randomness of the finger sections opposed to the cleanness of comb. I'm using the Tondeo razor. Got to be careful, there's no guard on this, so you want to make sure you close it when you're not using it so you don't cut yourself as well. We're going to move this piece out of the way, and we're going to start with 0 here and cut it to 0. 0 again is where the ear meets the head. I'm going to come in and take that piece and hold it nice and taut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle. It's a light twist. I don't want to twist the hair dramatically. I'm at 0. There's no tension on the hair. I'm not pulling it really tight. And what I do is a little circular motion. Now that little circular motion keeps coming off, and because I'm not doing it all in one big, cut, you can see that I get some little frays, but you still see I have a nice point at 0. I'm then going to come in and I'm going to come to 2, which is 2 inches from here, which basically puts me at the nose line. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take a little piece and I'm going to cut here. So this is called the hot spot haircut. I'm then going to use this piece as a blend line between these 2 sections so that you can see I have a really cool line here, a nice line here, and then fade it in. Let's switch to the other side. I'm going to come back in on this side and do the same thing. Kind of move some of this front bang area out, and then I can pull these sections out as well. So I need to have like 3 sections here so I can actually have my 0, my 2, put that behind the ear. Section that out a little bit thicker, and then this piece ties the bangs in. Perfect. So again, I know this piece is at 0, which is my first piece. Come in, circular motion, cut a little bit of a piece. Just keep lightly doing it. Gives you a nice piece. Come down to 2, another nice piece. Again, not a lot of tension. Doesn't have to be. I got some little pieces frayed out. That's okay. I then have my bang line from both sides. Now what you can see, as you can see where these pieces really frame her face. And we've already changed her haircut dramatically just by putting some nice little tag lines in it. And it's very cute now. She's got a really cool, very sophisticated type of a look. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the back now. I have the sides cut. And you can see again where the sides are cut. So you can see where we had the sides cut. This section, I haven't moved there, I've just kind of pulled this back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do sections again by using my fingers because I want to random. Now I know that at her hairline is really where a nice real balance point, that's at 4. So I want to make this really nice and tight. So I'm going to leave that at 4. I just want to double check that my line is at 4. That's where her hairline is. Perfect. Put the head back forward. Again, I'm taking that center section out, just kind of moving the hair. Again, it's random. It's not, I mean, there's a parting there, but it's not like, oh, it has to be super clean. Circular motions, Circular motions is at 45 hitting the hair. It cuts it. It doesn't shave the cuticle off. And what you have is a nice piece cut. I'm then going to take these sections because I know that this has to be blended, and I'm going to pull this all the way to my guideline here now. And I'm going to circular cut that. Because I've circular cut that, now I've got a nice little swing line that comes out, tags in, makes the cute little pieces happen. Same thing on this side, bring this into the point. Circular motions. Braids out. Has a nice little line. Because we have some solid lines on the perimeter now, what we want to do is we want to go and create a lot of texture up top. So what I'm going to do is I've kind of motioned the hair, like where the hair naturally kind of falls, just kind of let it be there. I'm going to take sections of that and I'm going to start tease cutting, which are circular motions, and we start taking hair off. It's the bend point of the hair is what you have to really be careful for. Meaning that all hair has a natural bend point. If I cut below the bend point, there's a cowlick that'll stick up. So I had to check the hairline for that. So what I'm doing is I'm running behind the bang line. See where the bangs are coming out? Fringe. And then I'm running behind that, teasing that, taking some hair out so I create a lot of texture. And like into this piece, I'm working my line down so it blends. What this does is give me an incredible amount of styling options by moving the hair around. You can see how that piece actually starts to respond now. So you can get some real fun shapes out of it. You can see how the profile line changes because of shapes and textures. So what we're going to do is cut some hair and build the texture. Again, you're doing sculpture work, not chop work. So just kind of play with the hair, continue playing. I keep going back in. I keep playing with it, monkeying it. Again, monkey is where the fingers create a rake. And you beat the hair up, and you kind of are, what you're doing is you're watching the hair, allowing it to fall naturally so you can see how it falls. Because if you can follow the natural pattern of it and cut to the natural pattern, then what happens is you get these really cute, nice lines that just naturally fall in with no effort. And really, if we can get a no effort for our clients, they're going to love us. Because that hair is going to fall naturally and look fantastic every day when they're doing it. What we're going to do now is that we've been working at the diagonal. We've worked the entire frontal crest. Frontal crest, rear crest, flats, nape. So by going in now, what I'm going to do is get behind her. I'm going to pull it back, and I'm tease cutting, but I'm walking this hair back. What this does is add another support system to it, allowing the hair to actually be dressed, styled, push back, get waves, different types of pieces, different bohawk, etc. It's just endless. Because by tease cutting like this, I mean, think of teasing hair. You tease hair and then you can place it. So this became one of the techniques we developed. In the 80s, we developed this as assisting us in being able to dress hair when we were still doing a lot of shampoo sets. So it's just really pushing the hair around, playing with it. This section is where that line was very short and blunt, and then it had an indentation, then went flat. So I'm coming in between that, and I'm making sure that I tease cut that. You can see the circular motion, sideways going up. You can see how the hair falls. And you can see that the hair is just really, really pliable. I'll do the same thing on this side so you can still see the angle. I don't want to take length off because I've already put my perimeter lines in. What I'm trying to do is tease cut, circular motions. See why we call it tease cutting? Because it actually teases the hair. You'll see a bunch of different ways that we style this as well. Coming into the crown here, I'm really going to tease cut this a lot. The reason I'm going to tease cut this a lot is you'll watch her profile change as this actually builds. When you're watching her profile change, you realize that this line here is tied naturally in design with this line. So for example, if I have it like this and I have the weight line too far forward, it makes your jaw drop out. If I position this, it makes the line more balanced as it naturally would come to the head. This is not going to be real full, it'll be very flat, but I want a lot of height in the crown of it. Shapes change over seasons, and some are round, some are square, some are triangle. But really try to pay attention to your shapes and what type of shape that you're doing and creating. And again, circular motion. Make sure it's circular motion. I'm into the round of the head. This is the peak of her occipital bone right here. So I'm staying above that with my shape. Again, I don't want it big and round. I want it to be height, full, and go flat. Monkey drive. Continue to check that. Got some texture to the top. Hair starting to lay in. And again, as you're cutting the hair, it should be looking really good, wet, because if they get out of the pool, we're in Florida, if they get out of the pool, they need to look great. Not like, oh, it'll look good when it's dry. What we've done is, you see that in the back, we've got Christie's hair laying, so it's not jacked, but it's more flat. That was from the razor over comb, all of the texture from the tease cutting. You can see our points here where we've left it long, 0, 2, 4, where it comes in. You see a lot of texture and really nice, good, exaggerated type of looks. There's so many things that we can do with this haircut because of our balance points and how the hair is cut. At 2, everything comes in at 0 where it's supposed to. Lines all lay. So you can really get some really good, very dramatic type looks, which you'll see in our finished photos. You keep looking from them everywhere. So. This is Christie. We're going to continue to play, do a little photo shoot now. And hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the haircut. Live well. God bless you. And thank you for visiting the Bling.